Hi everybody, and welcome back to another video. I know things right now in the world are like kind of messed up with everything going on in the US and everything going on worldwide. So Ben and I have decided, we decided to make this video a while back. We're opening up a box of Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths. It's a Magic the Gathering set. Ben is a very avid Magic the Gathering player, so if footage shakes or anything, it's because we're in the trailer, because there's no real good space to film in the house. Ben, can you tell us about Magic?
Yeah, so Magic is a card game that has been around since, honestly, forever. It's the granddaddy of pretty much every card game you could ever think of. Yu-Gi-Oh! All the weird Japanese ones, honestly. And one of the things that they do is they sell booster boxes. They were the first people to start selling booster packs, and in a booster box, well, you get 32 of them.
36.
36, yeah. Thank you for correcting me.
18 each.
18 each.
Yeah.
So we're each going to be opening 18 booster packs on camera here, and we'll be showing you what holds we get.
And also, as part of a fun thing with this set, there's an Ikoria box topper, and what they've done is they've partnered with Toho from Japan, and Toho is famous for making Godzilla movies, so this is a chance to be a Godzilla monster. So should we open this right now or at the end?
Yeah, this is usually the most flashy thing, so let's get that out of the way.
It's upside down, so that's fun.
Yeah, you can flip them over and see one at a time.
Oh, it's the main man himself, Godzilla. I can do zoom-ins later. We forgot sleeves. That's okay though. I think card should be fine right now. So, Godzilla Primeval Champion, who is a reprint of Titanotherex. Alright, so should we just start opening?
Yep.
Okay, so I have a couple questions. First, in Magic there's how many colors?
There's 5. They've always thought about adding a couple colors, or a color, early in the run of Magic, but they never did. It was originally going to be purple, actually, which was supposed to be a weird color focus on civilization. But in general, Magic has 5 different colors. And each of these colors focuses on some aspect of, like, philosophy in a way. There's...
Oh!
Ooh.
Sorry. First pack, we got Vivian Showcase Art. She's a planeswalker.
Oh, that's a really good pull. And a foil to boot.
Anyways, please continue.
So yeah, in Magic there's 5 colors, and I'm going to lay them out for you here, and the camera will show in just a second, probably.
No, the camera won't show in just a second. I'm not going to do that. Don't lay them out. Just open your packs.
But the camera will show, But yeah, there's 5 different colors in Magic. There's white, red, blue, green, black. And each of these colors has something to do with some sort of philosophy. White's all about, goodness and civilization and stuff, although, it can be taken to its extreme. Green's about nature. Blue's about kind of magic-y type stuff. Red's about passion and emotion. And black's about, like, self-serving type stuff and kind of darker things.
I'll put my rares here.
Oh, this is a card that you wanted, actually, Adam. Death's Oasis. Oh, I didn't even know they had that.
Companion token.
Yeah, so one of the mechanics in this new set is called Companion, which basically lets you have an extra card. One of the mechanics in this set is actually called Companion, which basically allows you to have an extra card in your hand at the opening. There's talk of that being changed, though. There's recent chat online that Wizards might actually be changing how that works, because it was really good.
Anyways, so what's your favorite color?
My favorite color, personally, is black. And less because of the whole evil philosophy, more because of the fun of it. I like being able to do pretty much anything at a price, which is black's thing. You can draw cards, you can kill stuff, you can take control of stuff, but it always has an extra cost, like life.
Really pretty card.
That is a pretty card, and that's a colorless card, which, there's also some of as well that can be played in any deck.
Ooh, Cubwarden. And another hollow.
Ooh, looks like we got our first companion already. This one's Umori, the Collector. This guy asks that you have all of your permanents and all of your cards be the same type. So, all creatures, all sorceries, all one thing.
So that's a monocolor deck?
No, it can be whatever color you want, but it can be green or black.
Oh, but they all have to be, like, if it's a beast, they all have to be like a fairy dragon.
Nope, they all have to be one type. So
What does that mean?
in Magic, there's different card
sorcery.
types. Yeah, so there's sorceries, there's creatures, there's instants, there's enchantments. All your deck, except for this guy, has to be one type.
Ben got exuberant wolf bear. He's a thick man. Alright, so speaking of, so I got a planeswalker in my first pack. Ben, can you tell me what planeswalkers are?
Yeah, so planeswalkers are like one of Magic's highlights of sorts. They're one of the things that they do that kind of makes them pop. You've probably seen pictures of Magic, and there's always some dude standing in front of the pack or some girl. Here it's Vivian Reed, and planeswalkers are essentially, in the Magic lore, people that travel between the planes, which explains how Magic sets are able to have such diversity. Some sets have like, you know, an ancient medieval Egyptian theme, and some of them have like a sci-fi sort of crazy creative world going on. And they can do that because these people can just go anywhere. So
I've gotten a holo each pack so far.
I've gotten a holo pretty much each pack too, so
Nice.
we're getting lucky there.
So who's your favorite planeswalker?
My personal favorite planeswalker is, that's a tough one. There's a few. It's got to be either Karn or Narset, actually. And Karn is really cool. He is a golem that has managed to achieve the power of planeswalking through the sacrifice of another planeswalker who saved his life and gave him his spark, which lets him do that sort of magic. And another cool one is Narset, who is actually, if I believe right, has Asperger's, and she's just a cool planeswalker in general because you don't really see that sort of representation often in the media.
Eerie Ultimatum.
That's a fun one.
What's your favorite set?
My favorite set? Ooh, well, there's a couple that I really, really like. It's hard to say which one's my favorite, though. I think that one of my favorites has got to be either Amonkhet or Dominaria. Now, Amonkhet was the set that I started with, and that's a set that I was talking about earlier. It's very ancient Egyptian. And I just really like that set because they put in a whole bunch of interesting concepts and ways to flip that sort of ancient Egyptian theme around. And Dominaria is one of my favorite sets because that was one of Magic's return to kind of traditional fantasy, which seems boring, but they did it in a way that made it seem really exciting.
Shark Typhoon.
Shark Typhoon, yeah. There's a lot of references in this set, and Sharknado is one of them. Ooh, that's interesting.
What did you get?
Got another comic book art. So on top of the art where it's Godzilla characters, they also have cool comic book versions of the normal art.
Called Showcase.
Called Showcase.
Okay, so we've talked about your favorite sets, talked about your favorite planeswalker and all of that. What is your most favorite card in the entire game?
Most favorite card?
Yeah, just one card. You can think about it for a bit.
Okay. Yes. Well, there's got to be a couple. One of my favorites is Hostage Taker. And Hostage Taker is a card I have a playmat of, actually. And that's a place where you lay down, a little mat you lay down to kind of organize your cards and such. And it's just I just really love it because it was a card that I thought was going to be really, really good. No one thought it was going to be good, so I bought a few. And then the price went up, and I felt really good about that. And that's the thing about Magic, too, is that you can kind of play in your own way, and you can kind of make your own decks. And sometimes the decks that you make are just the best decks, and sometimes the best decks that you make are the decks that no one has seen before.
We got another companion.
We did. We got Giganta. Adam actually got one of those earlier, just in a foil as well. Ooh, this is a fun one.
Yeah.
Luna, Apex of Wishes. The alternate art for this one is Adam's boy,
King Ghidorah.
Hopefully we'll get one of those.
We can't. There's no more Godzilla cards. We get one Godzilla card. But we can buy collector's boosters, now available at your local card gaming store. Support local businesses.
True, they really need it in this time.
Ooh.
Shout outs to the Game Shelf here in Thunder Bay if you ever Been there.
Yeah, the game shelf is super nice, run by awesome people, and they always have fair prices for all of their product. We got a hollow Triumph.
Ooh, that's the lands in this set are pretty rare, so that's a good pull.
And Inspired Ultimatum.
Ooh, I got one as well. Genesis Ultimatum. We'll add that one to the pile.
As you can not see, Ben is sorting his cards out by color, and I'm not, because I'll do that later.
I'm a creature of habit. I like to organize things.
The Ozolith, legendary artifact. What'd you get for your rare?
Mythos of Snapdax. This is some cool art. The guy that does the art for the Mythos cards, one of my favorite artists actually. His name is Seb McKinnon. Look him up if you ever get the time.
Thank you, Seb, for your wonderful art. Now, can you tell me what your favorite format is, and also explain that there's different formats of Magic?
Yeah, so if you've ever played like Yu-Gi-Oh, that's a big one that people just played randomly. There's not really formats in there. It's a concept that's pretty unique to like Magic and Pokemon, and what that means is it's that you can only play cards from certain times in different formats. There's Standard, which is cards from about the past 2 years. There's, ooh, that's another companion there. There's Modern, which is cards from like the past 10 years. They've recently introduced Pioneer, which is like the past 5 years. And so the further you go back, obviously, the stronger the cards and the stronger the decks you can make are. My personal favorite is actually a weird format called Commander. And Commander is a format where you build a big 100-card deck, and each card has to be different. And you get one legendary card that you put off to the side that you can cast whenever you want, and he's your commander. So that's my favorite because it's very casual, very fun, less competitive than some other formats.
Another Yorion.
Oh, another Yorion. We have 3 of those now.
Yeah.
A Trion here.
Ooh. Do you want another companion token?
No, I only need the one, but add the tokens over here if you're tossing them.
I'm not tossing them. Have you pulled any other mythics, or just Illuna?
So far I've pulled the Mythos, I pulled the Triumph, I pulled...
The Mythos are just rares, though. I think,
Mythos
right?
are just rares. Yeah, the only mythic I've pulled so far is Illuna.
The only mythic I've pulled so far is Vivian.
It's a good mythic, though.
Yes.
Once again, your pack pulling luck is better than mine. I always let Adam pull the packs just because he's better at it. I don't know why.
I have a lot of luck. Ooh, Death's Oasis. And Whisper Squad. Foil.
Ooh. Tokens.
I'm giving Ben all my tokens because he plays.
Ah, it's my boy! Luris of the Dream Den. It's one of my favorite cards in this set.
What's your favorite card in the set?
He's one of my favorite cards because other than black, one of my other favorite colors is white. And this guy is both. And he does some cool things with the graveyard that I really love to do.
What's your favorite deck that you've built?
My favorite deck? I think my favorite deck has got to be a deck in Commander called the Mimeoplasm. It's a big ooze, essentially, like a horror movie monster. And that deck's all about mishmashing cards from your graveyard together into one big monster. And I love doing that sort of thing. I love playing around with the graveyard in general.
We got another extended art showcase, the Indatha Triumph.
Ah, speaking of which, I also got another extended art in foil. Sea Dasher Octopus. That's a cute one.
Who was your rare for that pack?
Oh yeah, let's see what that was. And Genesis Ultimate. So we got 2 of those now.
It's a pretty foil.
That's a pretty foil.
So, why do people play Magic then?
Why do people play anything? But I think people play Magic because not only is it the oldest and most kind of biggest card game out there right now, it's bigger than Yu-Gi-Oh, I'd say. It's also just a game that allows people to kind of express themselves. A lot of card games can do this, but I think Magic's one of the best ways. Because in Magic, there's just so many cards over the course of, I think it was 1990, I think it was 5 or 4, don't quote me on that, when the game was first released. And so we've had 20 plus years of just adding a whole bunch of cards. You can build whatever deck you want. You can do whatever you want within the game's rules, and it's just so cool to make different concepts work in a game like that.
I got General Kudrow.
Oh, it's another mythic.
And he's white-black.
Yeah, he's white-black.
And I got Huntmaster Lager. And Catbird.
Catbird. Yeah, one of the things about Ikoria is it's all about kind of movie monsters, and a lot of the movie monsters are weird creatures. You get flying shark birds, cat birds. A lot of it's with birds, actually. Dinosaur birds, dinosaur cats. That's a fun one. Ooh, another showcase.
Which one?
Parcel Beast. That's a cool looking one. I like his little snout there.
Yeah. Oh, it's the Voidbecker. Oh, and Dirtbat. This is the man. Man with a plan.
Man with the plan.
Because he is an Eldrazi, maybe.
Maybe. Up for debate. I've pulled 3 Mythos cards so far, so.
Dirtbat's not really anything special, I just like it.
Ah, this is a
Shark.
fun one. Big ol' flying shark token.
Come on, Lutri. I want to pull Lutri because I like otters the most.
It's a big otter.
The biggest of otters. Titan's Nest.
Ooh, I got another companion. Karuga, the macro sage.
Karuga.
We've almost got them all, actually. We're getting close. I think there's something like 10 or 11 of them.
There's 10, I
There's
believe.
10. Yes.
Oh, Lava Serpent. I haven't seen this one yet. Haste. I got another Mythos. Mythos
So did I.
Bedrock.
Same time.
They can't see. Feather token. Token artifact.
Ooh, I can already see what's at the back of this pack.
What is it?
A nice shiny companion. Garuda.
Oh.
Doom of Depths.
And who's the rare?
The rare of this one is Whirlwind of Thought, featuring Narset, the best planeswalker. One of them.
Human Cleric. See, there's one thing that Magic has been doing a lot too, because it's also owned by Wizards of the Coast, which owns D&D, is that they've been partnering a lot and doing a bunch of cool things. Kahira the Orphan Guard.
Ah, that's one of the last companions we're missing.
Okay, I have 1 pack left, so I'm gonna wait until you have 1 pack left as well.
So got 3 more.
I only had one more question, and it was how did you start, and you already answered that, so.
I started in Amonkhet, and how I started was I started in a old shop down in North Carolina called Parker Banner Canton Wayne. And I started because I had been playing the Magic card game online for a bit, and I was like, I should play this with friends. Very much recommended, by the way. This is definitely a game that you can go ahead and sit down with your friends and just crack out a few games with.
Ooh, Gemraiser. He's the mascot.
Yep, you see him on a lot of packs.
You see him actually on none of the packs.
None of our packs.
No, you see him on none of them.
Really?
Yeah. But he's on all of the collector's packs, and
there.
he's on the booster box. Ben, second last pack.
Second to last. Ooh, another companion. One of the last ones. Zerda the Dawnwaker.
Oh.
I think we have all of them except for the otter.
Except for the otter. It's okay.
Ugh.
He's banned, so he's cheap right now.
Alright, well, let's see if we get him last pack.
Last pack. Well, technically last 2 packs, but last pack for each of us. Honey Mammoth. Honey Mammoth don't care. I got another Shark Typhoon, but I got a Hollow Mythic. Riel the Everwise.
Riel the Everwise. That's a really good card.
Yeah.
I got Koogla the Titan Ape, the equivalent of King Kong.
But Toho does not own King Kong, so that's why King Kong is not there. But
yeah.
if they ever partner up with, I think, Warner Brothers, who owns him, then they would be able to just make a King Kong card. Alright, well, that concludes our opening. Thank you, Ben, for joining me. Ben is my partner, for those of you who are unaware. And we will show you the cards which we got in a little montage soon. But have a good day and stay safe and just live your best life.
Bye.
Bye.